Hello everyone, welcome to another ride review on my channel. I am at the Orlando International Motorcycle Expo in Orlando, Florida right now, heading out, and I am on a 1200 GS actually. And first impressions, the bike feels kind of strange. It feels like a great big huge dirt bike. Take a little bit to get used to this. It's definitely different than the 1200 RT I ridden previously. It's very comfortable though, but the handlebars are so wide it almost feels like it counter steers very quickly. But I think once we get up to speed, we'll be doing okay. Right now we'll only do about 20. So good trip down here for this big event going on, and we'll see how it goes. Supposedly the route we're taking is about 11-mile route, so maybe about a 15-minute ride or so. Good enough for a good my personal ride review of this. Kind of not used to riding this staggered formation here like they want us to do to keep the group tight, but it's all good. Lots of bikes here, lots of people. Weather's it's a little on the cloudy side and a little overcast, but hopefully it should hold off for most of the day to get some good demos in. I'm probably going to ride, if I can, if time permitting, an RS after this. But the motor feels the same as it is the same in the RT, but the bike feels a little different. It's definitely a little taller. It's comfortable though, but I've tried to get it neutral a couple times and not really had much success. I don't know what's going on there, but maybe it's just me. First time I've actually ridden in an actual group before too, so lots of new experiences going on today, but should be good. Anytime you can take a big trip like this and go ride at a big expo and take lots of demo rides, it's a cool day. So my clutch is extremely light. I mean, you could almost do it with one finger just about if you felt comfortable doing that from the stop. But GSs to me, I like the idea of touring, and I don't know that a GS is the answer for me, but it definitely feels comfortable. This knob up a little bit, although it is pretty warm, about 85 here in Orlando, Florida, so I think I'm gonna leave that down because it's pretty warm. Bike in front of me, I think all of them in front of me are the Naked Thousands, as you can maybe see beside me. The one in front of me, I believe, is the same thing. That one up front of me, but to my left is the RR, which is the real bad boy with actual side fairings. That's BMW's new, one of their new bikes that the leader is. But so far, demo rides seem pretty good. I don't know how it's going to be with this Orlando traffic, but they said they try to plan a moot with little as traffic as possible, so we'll see. I don't know that this particular one that I'm riding has a quick shifter, but so I'm not really going to try to. The bike is in rain mode. I'm not sure what kind of ride mode the suspension is in, but it's all good. There's a GS Adventure behind me to my left, so watch out, cars. Don't. But BMWs, I do like my Yamaha Z6, but BMWs are very good bikes also. Lots of good bikes out there to ride, and anybody that can go to a big demo day like this should definitely do that and make the trip. It might change your mind about a bike from the looks of it. It might not. You might have good impressions like I do so far, and then again you might absolutely hate it. I don't know. That's everybody's decision. Everybody has their own opinions, but as everybody knows, the GS is a 1200. The new one here, this is a 16, I believe I'm riding, is a water-cooled head like the RT and oil-cooled, and they're very smooth motors. They make a lot of power everywhere, very little vibration. Brakes so far feel on par with the RT, maybe a little better because this is about 100 pounds lighter than RT. The current one I'm riding is the regular GS model, not the Adventure one. But you got lots of cool stuff on there, lots of rider aids and stuff. You used to have the traditional jog wheel thing. If it had the GPS on it, that would be a total control for it only. But so far so good. the speedometer is pretty hard to read. Like I'm doing 45 and I really have to look at it hard for that. I've even seen some people with GS riders will put little small stickers on there with bright numbers where they can read it easier, and I can see that, because you definitely don't want to take your eyes off the road for very long. But if you've been riding bikes very long, you know about how fast you're going on back roads and stuff like this. With a bike that has a little bit of airflow like this, there's really a lot of wind difference from 60 to 30. Anybody who rides bikes very much knows that. So, but overall, the trip up here was good. Flight up here was good. I took a non-stop flight from Charlotte to here on Frontier Lines. Save a little bit of money that way, so that way have a little bit of maybe more spending money on the trip for eating out and stuff like that. But overall, it's been a good experience here in Florida. The AM Expo so far looks like a fantastic event, and I haven't even went inside and looked at the first thing. I went straight out to demo things so that way I could demo ride as many bikes as possible today. I'm probably going to ride the RS after this again. This feels good, but it feels kind of weird to get used to. I'm almost just about on my tiptoes. Like I can reach the ball with my feet, but I have to move my legs. But it's okay. They're really good at low center of gravity, so it's all good. A little air. But yeah, I think anybody who rides a GS, they should, even if they've never ridden one, like I haven't, I think they should at least try it out, to see what all is about. But it's been pretty good so far. Wind deflection on this, actually with a little tiny windscreen, actually feels really good. I have just a little bit of air hitting my chest, hardly any at all around my helmet or at the top of my helmet, and just a little bit around my elbows and forearm areas. But that's to be expected with a bike like this, not full fair. And that kind of wind isn't, oh Lord, what's the group doing here? That kind of wind really isn't self-obtrusive to you. It's really the wind that hits the chest and the helmet and stuff. So you got to catch back up to the group here. Ooh, that was a little nuts. I don't know if it was my bad if I didn't get over in time or what. Trying to, blog and do a bike review and ride all at the same time it's a little bit intense if you've never really tried to do it before. But my channel's done pretty well. My RT review now has quite a bit over 10,000 views in just a few months, so that's good. My current bike has a couple thousand. I have some drone videos. If any of you watching this are interested to see what that video looks like, feel free to go to my channel. My channel name is Marshall3498. Just search that on YouTube and you should find me. Or if you're searching it by this GS, then you can do that also. Suspension feels really good. Also, these GSs have the same suspension that the RTs have, the tele-lever front, and all electronic adjustable and all that kind of stuff. But I'm hitting all this cobblestone stuff that in a car you'd feel it through the steering wheel, where the road's really broken up pretty bad here, and I feel nothing. I feel it just a little bit, the front wheel working, but it's not nothing that's bothersome by any means. Kind of glad I'm at the front of the group here a little bit, where I don't have too many people trying to lag behind in the front or the back or behind me, kind of at the front. So we'll do our best to try to keep up with the group. We're turning here, okay. Guess we're getting on Parkway or something. I have no idea. Maybe it's something similar to Interstate. I don't know. But overall impression of this BMW, I think it would take some getting used to the wide bars, but it feels a lot like a GS to me, obviously, because that's, it feels a lot like a RT, because as far as drivetrain goes and all that stuff, that's all the same. So transmission, brakes, all that stuff feel excellent as usual. So what is going on here? Okay, now we're getting over again. We're all over the place. So much for not a lot of lane changes, but that's alright. Getting away from this van up here and all these people turning in and stuff on the right. I didn't quite adjust the mirrors very well though, although see just a little tiny bit of your elbow the way I've got mine adjusted. They're clear, they don't shake with vibration, although my left one is the only one I can really see out of. I didn't really mess with it as much as I probably should have before we left the parking lot, but that's okay. It's good enough. It's not like we're going 100 miles, so. But like the RT, when you rev this thing up, the whole bike torques over. So we'll see what this does. But yeah, I really can't say anything bad about it. It does well. You know, it feels a little weird to get used to, but I think after maybe 30 minutes to an hour on it, it would almost feel like second nature, like the RT does. But it make 100. I think it makes 125 horsepower and 110 foot-pounds. They do pretty well. You know, no vibration. You know, there's a little bit here and there, but it's not nothing very bad. It's not like a real high-frequency four-cylinder vibe in the upper RPM range. But overall, I'm very impressed. I don't know that a GS would be in my market sometime in the future, but I can't really say anything bad about it other than, like everybody says, the speedometer, the numbers are very small in the way, you know, it's kind of hard to read. Maybe if they have the lower numbers a little bigger or something, that might help, but oh well. It's one of them things, but you know, if you put the GPS mount and the NAT5 up here on the bike, you can pull it up on the bottom of the screen. And if you do plan on touring, that would be the way to go. And then you could put your, you know, it would show your mileage on the bottom of it and stuff, and that would take care of that issue. So, not a huge deal. Definitely not staying at the same speed very long. They just take off flying, and then I don't know. Then they're doing like 70 on a road that's 55. Probably just test the bikes out a little bit, but these cars are darting in and out like crazy and everything else, so really kind of freaking me out some. I'd hate to see somebody